Hi everybody, Blugoblin here, the greatest goblin that ever lived, is here to talk about a stack of comic books that came out on the week of July 12th, 2017, and we are in August right now. Yeah, still a little behind, but I'm getting caught up. Gonna do things a little differently for this particular show. For this particular show, there's going to be a lot of spoilers. Minor at best. I'm not going to ruin everything in each book, if anything at all. I mean, any spoilers I do in these reviews is going to be minor. I'm not going to ruin it for you in case you haven't read these books yet. So, without further ado, let's get started. We're going to run through DC, we're going to start with Marvel, then go through the Indies, and then go through the DC crap. Alright, we're going to start off the way we used to do it. Always start off with The Amazing Spider-Man. And if my calculations are correct, give me just 1 second. If my calculations are correct, this should be number 748, not number 30. Oh well, it is what it is. But by my count, this is issue 748 of Amazing Spider-Man. Yes, Superior Spider-Man may have happened in the same continuity, but it's a completely different title. Literally. I mean, for those of you at Marvel who think using this Superior Spider-Man as part of the Amazing Spider-Man timeline, then you should go ahead and count Spectacular, Web of, Sensational, Friendly Neighborhood, and any other Spider-Man title that I seem to be forgetting right now. You know, it's just ridiculous. What is so special about Superior Spider-Man, and why are you including that in the Amazing Spider-Man continuity? Yes, it may have the continuity, but then again, so did Spectacular, Web of, and all that other stuff. It's all there, but, you know, whatever. But Amazing Spider-Man 748, number 30 for those of you who don't like legacy numbering. But, look, I know I shit on this title a lot. I know I do. But I feel like it's justified because it is shit. But having this taken place during the Secret Empire stuff, and you basically built this entire issue up with a conclusion, with a cliffhanger of Doc Ock once again outsmarting Peter. Now, normally I would scoff at something like this, but I had to really look at this issue and see it for what it was, and this actually was okay, considering that as sick and tired as I am of Dr. Octopus, that I swear to God, Dan Slott's favorite villain is Dr. Octopus, because we always seem to come back to this motherfucker. But despite that, this issue was actually not that bad, considering what Doc Ock does to Peter. You know, basically taking control, literally, of Parker Industries, and then finally revealing what the 2 circles on the PI logo were actually for. It's like, okay, as sick to death of Doc Ock as I am, what he does, it is true to the character. So I can't give too many faults for that. But then again, saying this issue was pretty good, it's not really saying that much. That's like saying I just took a shit and it felt better than the last shit I took. Yeah, this title is still garbage, but at least this one was readable, and I would consider it decent to pretty good at best. I'll give it a 3.5. And I'm being generous with that. Alright, set that down so it don't slide off the desk. Let's move on to Darth Vader number 3. Good stuff. Continuing in Darth Vader's rookie years. I mean, he's been Darth Vader for maybe 10 minutes. Well, he's been in this costume for about that long. So Palpatine pretty much challenged him to find his own lightsaber. A Sith Lord does not simply get a lightsaber, they take it. So Vader does a lot of searching, and he finds one of the last remaining Jedi that scaped by Order 66. And this Jedi is a Jedi in the true sense of the word. I mean, this guy is like a hermit. He is like a monk, warrior type of Jedi. I mean, this guy looks badass. So I'm thinking Vader could be in over his head. This was really good. Very good in terms of building up what's inevitably going to happen. But all in all, great stuff. I really dug this. I love the way they developed Vader in this as well as the previous run of this comic. And I like the Jedi that they're using in here. Really, really cool. A fun issue. Very fun. Around a 3.5 or a 4 out of 5. Around that area. Good stuff. Oh, sit it down like that. Generation X, number 4. I still say the best thing about this title right now is the Dodson covers. Don't get me wrong. The writing is solid. The character development is good. I just can't get over this hideous interior artwork. Telephone! I just can't get over... I can't get over everyone having a horse face. Everybody's faces are long, and there's a big emphasis on their teeth and everything. It's just... Everyone fucking looks like Karen Jarrett. It's just horse faces all around. And the fact that Monet is the antagonist is just... What? Yeah. The artwork really hurts it. The writing is good. And the character development, it's there. But it's like... It's like somebody covered a good book in dirt and you got to sift through the dirt and all the shit in there to get to the good stuff. And I shouldn't have to do that. You know, I'm not trying to be a dick to the artist, but the artwork sucks, folks. And I've given it barely a 3 out of 5. I mean, just barely. Oh, yeah. Jean Grey, number 4. Oh, yeah. Jim Lee variant cover. Too sweet. Honestly, though, this kind of felt more like an issue of The Unworthy Thor featuring Jean Grey. Hell, the original covers, said Jean Grey featuring the Unworthy Thor, but it kind of feels like storytelling-wise, it's the other way around. And it kind of diminishes the title when the title character feels more like the second banana to the guest star. When it should be the other way around. If you really want to get the character over and you really want to firmly establish this character that you're trying to sell, you really shouldn't make him or her feel like the sidekick as opposed to the star. It's just, then again, it's Thor. I mean, who the hell is going to tell Thor to be the second banana of the story? You just got to take it for what it is. But Thor, Jean goes to Thor of all people, or the Odin son, excuse me. She goes to the Odin son and tries to figure out how to best combat the incoming Dark Phoenix that's inevitably coming and everything. And Odin's son is like having a drunken part. He's drunken. He's going wild. He's having fun at this bar and everything. And Jean has it's like what she calls a magic frickin' hammer moment, and it's like she's able to use her telekinetic powers to wield her own hammer, but then she forgets how to do it. Very cute, very fun. I dug it. It was good. Despite the fact that the character roles were reversed, it's not entirely a bad thing. So for that, I give it a 3.5. Let's keep rolling. Spider-Man 2, number 1. I'm sorry, but as a beginning to this story, this kind of just felt average. It's just basically Peter and Miles reuniting, and they just go to each other, "Hey, how you doing? It's good to see you again." And just building up toward the end of the issue with the arrival of, I guess, the ultimate Taskmaster, who looks like the bastard child of Skeletor. And then we get to finally see the Earth 616 equivalent of Miles Morales. I guess it's just, or the Miles Morales that Peter Googled at the end of the first storyline between these two. As an introduction, I was kind of expecting just a little bit more from this. It just kind of felt there. But then again, you know, Bendis has got a lot on his plate, and who knows? This story could get better over time. As an introductory, though, it was kind of just average. I'll give it a 2.5 to a 3 at best. X-Men Blue, number 7. Jim Lee varied cover. Too sweet. Jim Lee cover for life. Oh, I'm such a wrestling nerd. Yeah, this this title is getting more and more bizarre. It's like, okay, Jean's team of X-Men have been ambushed. Their plane has gone down. Everything. This is taking place during the Secret Empire. So we get to see the Empire version of the Hellfire Club. You got Sebastian Shaw. You got present-day Beast, Zorn. Motherfucking Zorn is in here. And, of course, the DSW. The Diamond Shator. Emma Frost. With the shit with Havoc jumping in and Havoc leading the assault, it's just... There has to be some brainwashing going on in here, because Havoc wouldn't normally do shit like this. Then again, this is taking place in the United States of Hydra, so who knows what the fuck happened to him. And the big cliffhanger at the end with Scott coming face to face with DSW herself, Emma goddamn Frost. I'm glad you decided to flip her back to the villainy role, because she just wasn't cutting it for me as an X-Man. And quite frankly, Miss Frost, she can just go fuck herself for all I care. But the fact is that the X-Men get ambushed by what I'm hoping are brainwashed mutants and stuff like that, just to lead up to it all being about Emma Frost and whatever the fuck she wants, and I could give two shits less. Not a bad issue. It's certainly one of the weaker issues, but with a bitchin' cover. I love this. Yeah, I give it a 3 at the best. Just wait for the next episode of Blue vs. Gold, folks. Boy, well, I have a lot to talk about there. Let's go on to Dynamite with Mighty Mouse number 2. This was fun. This was fun. It was campy. Cheeseball, yes, it's all there. It's really good. Mighty Mouse is in the real world, as in the world that we're in, you know, and he's with this lonesome dork who loves classic cartoons and everything. and Mighty Mouse is stepping in to save the day with, you know, modern real world problems, and, you know, this kid's got to tell Mighty Mouse, like, whoa, 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 no, don't punch him because you might kill him. And he's like, kill him? He'll just see stars and he'll be apprehended. That's not the way things work here. It's like, well, Mighty Mouse is like, well, will he be hurt? Will he die if I wrap a metal pole around him like a rope? I don't think it'll kill him. Okay, then that's what I'll do. You know, it's like giving him a disguise, but yet you're putting a flying English-speaking mouse in a disguise. What's the fucking point? I mean, you look just like a flying mouse, but that's a nice suit. But then here's the real kicker. They're going by this electronics shop at the end. I'm going to go ahead and give a minor spoiler here. But there's this, the end of the book is this kid and Mighty Mouse looking at the TVs in the window, and they're all playing a Mighty Mouse cartoon, and it's like Mouseville is under attack, and it's like, well, this is the part you're seeing. Wait a minute, I've seen this cartoon a million times. This is the part where you show up and save the day. Where are you at? And Mighty Mouse is like, I'm out here. I'm not in there. Which means you can't save the day. Oh boy! Oops. Apparently whatever pulled Mighty Mouse out of the TV has affected his universe in real time. Somehow those classic cartoons have been totally rewritten. But all in all, this was very fun. Very, very fun. I loved it. And I love this Neil Adams cover. This is great stuff. An easy 4 out of 5 for me. Alright, let's go on to My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, number 56. Folks, I wasn't really digging this issue. And I usually love the My Little Pony comics because they can get away with a lot more shit than they can with the cartoon. But man, this issue felt so goddamn cliche and almost put me to sleep. How many times have they done this moral in the actual show? Where two people or two groups or two families or whatever the fuck have come to a disagreement to the point where they're about at war with each other, and the resolving conclusion is it was just a simple misunderstanding, and as soon as they learn it was a misunderstanding, boom, they're friends again. The only thing that stood out to me in this issue, I swear to God, the only thing that stood out in this book was the fact that the ponies, primarily the main 6, were complete fucking douches to Spike. There were times they didn't even acknowledge he was there. There were times that they didn't even acknowledge his feelings or didn't express any care for what he thought. And it's like, it feels kind of weird to see them act so douchey towards Spike. Then again, there's a lot of episodes of the cartoon that I've missed, so I am far, far behind on the cartoon. Maybe that's how they are with him now. I don't know. But that was literally the only thing that stood out in this story. Otherwise, it's your basic rinse, lather, repeat storyline for anything associated with this franchise. Somebody's bickering with somebody. Once they learn it's a misunderstanding, oh, what war? What argument? What rivalry? I don't know what you're talking about. This is one of the most recycled morals that they do, and for some reason they think it'll always work. For me, this didn't work. I give it a 2.5 at the very best. Let's move on to DC with Action Comics 983. Clark's really got his back against the wall when General Zod, man, this guy is a badass villain. I love this guy. It's like Zod learns of Clark's family, Lois and John. He's like, you have a family? You don't get to have a family. And he's like trying to curb stomp Clark's head into the ground. And it all culminates with General Zod throwing most of the Super Family into the Phantom Zone. And it's not the only people he throws in there, but I won't spoil all of it. I won't spoil who he throws in and who he leaves out. I'll say that. This was good. This was really good. I give it another solid 3.5 to a 4 out of 5, around that area. You just got to take it for what it is. Detective Comics 960. Folks, I can't wait for this storyline to be over because there's a lot of emphasis and a lot of focus on Azrael, who is my least favorite character of this title. It's just not working for me. I'm much more interested in the shit that's going on between Bruce and Satana. Enough said. 3 at the very best. Moving on. Let's move on to The Flash, number 26. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. Good. Very good. Even though I just sat here and bitched about how recycled some of the storytelling is in My Little Pony, sometimes recycling storytelling can work, sometimes it can't. In this case, it kind of works because we get some story recycling or development recycling in this issue. Barry's once again shown all his flaws and all the times he failed, and it culminates at the end of the issue with Barry reemerging, chucked full of negative Speed Force. He is now the Nega Flash. Holy shit. Maybe that should have been Reverse Flash's name, the Nega Flash. But then again, that might want to watch how you say it. You could end up saying something else. It's kind of like Darkwing Duck and Nega Duck. Couldn't call him Minus Flash. I'm harping too much on this. A good issue. I give it a 3.5. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, number 24. This has got me feeling 50-50. On the one hand, Soranik overreacts to her anger towards Kyle Rayner. I'll say that. But at the same time, I will say her anger is 100% justified because Kyle Rayner is a fucking dick in this issue, in this storyline. He is a dick. And he deserves to get yelled at. Forget about the stuff with what's driving the Green Lanterns and the Yellow Lanterns apart. Forget about that. What it is, it's like a Green Lantern killed a Yellow Lantern off the books, completely unprofessional. It was a fucking cold-blooded murder. That's what's beginning the rift between the Lanterns. But what got me hooked is the stuff that's going on between Sora and Kyle. The fact that Kyle just flat out didn't tell her about their son from the future, and it pissed her off. Did anyone bother to tell Kyle Rayner, hey, look, well, they didn't know either, so, okay, let's just say Kyle told you, but he said, oh, don't tell Sora. Well, maybe if Kyle told me, I would say, hey, Kyle, you want to get back together with Sora. You want to reestablish a relationship with her. You still love her. You still care for her. You want her to join the Green Lantern Corps again. Don't you think you should earn her trust by telling her the fucking truth?
Don't play my
But did anyone read this and think to themselves, Kyle, you dumb motherfucker, if you want to earn her trust, if you want her to continue to be a part of your life, if you are wanting it that bad, don't you think this is something she should fucking know? Fucking dipshit. And on top of that, he comes off like a dick about it. So, even though she does overreact just a little bit, her anger is justified. Because if you want to gain someone's trust, don't fucking lie to them or don't hide anything from them that you feel like they need to know. It's just fucking fucking common sense. But this issue here, it was gripping. I'll say that. I'll give it a 3.5. Supergirl number 11. Kara and Barbara get out of the Phantom Zone. That's it. I didn't really feel this one. I really didn't. Not every issue is going to be a hit, folks. And this one, it just, I don't know. I can't explain why. I can't explain how. But I just didn't feel this issue. Sometimes the simplest thing is for just the issue to give you a feeling that, yeah, this book gave me a good feeling and I thought it was a pretty good story. This, I just felt like I just read a book. I can't explain why I feel the way I feel about this particular issue. It just didn't do anything for me. I give it a 2.5. Titans number 13. Not every book's going to be a hit, folks. What the fuck was this? So, the Titans are taking down Hive. They're trying to figure out how to get Bumblebee's memories back and everything. That's fine. And you clearly established that you're moving towards a Wally West, Donna Troy relationship. At the behest of Arsenal. He's going to be the one to suffer for it. Okay. You want to try and establish a relationship between Garth and Lilith. Okay. So, what's going on in this issue here? So, let me get this straight. You have the Titans take down a bunch of Hive soldiers at the beginning of the book, and they come across this guy who's in a lab coat. He calls himself Dr. Binder and everything. He's like, oh, I'm clearly outnumbered. Don't you think one of the Titans should have thought, hey, maybe let's bind this guy and take him into custody and see what he knows. Nah, let's just stand here like a Power Ranger monster and let's give this character a chance to change into his costume that he's going to be fighting us with. Power Ranger logic here, folks. How many times did you ever watch an episode of Power Rangers and think to yourself, wow, if I'm the monster, I'm going to charge at these motherfucking teenagers and start slashing them up while they're busy trying to morph into this spandex. That's kind of what I have the feeling here. While Dr. Binder is getting into his meta suit, don't you think one of the Titans should have probably, I don't know, attacked him and like maybe knocked him out before he could transform or whatever the fuck he did? And let's talk about this character, folks. This character comes off like that dorky kid that you all LARPed with when you were kids. And whenever you went into a battle with this kid, he always had an excuse. It's like, oh, you can't hurt me. I got this and this and this and this. And you're about to attack him. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, I got this and this and this. You can't hurt me. Blah, 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 blah. You know, it's like his suit. And he talks to this suit. And it's like, oh, coming at me with martial arts skills. Okay, give me martial arts skills. Boom, I got them. It's like, okay, you got psychic blast. Okay, psychic dampeners on my head, please. Okay, there you go. It's like that one annoying live action role player that you all played with, who always had a counter, who always had a defense, who always had an offense, no matter what you threw at them, and it made the game you were playing completely unplayable. It's like this guy has the ultimate cheat sheet. He has a counter for everything. Can't touch him. Thus, you're making this game completely unplayable, and it's no fun. And the other LARPers are just going to say, fuck you, we quit, and they're going to go back inside and probably watch TV or some shit. You know, it kind of had that feeling to it. Not to mention the stuff with Lilith obsessing over one of the Titans eventually becoming a traitor. And then, spoiler alert here, the cliffhanger is that Dick Grayson reveals that the traitor is none other than the one who's obsessing about the fucking traitor to begin with. That made me think of the shit between Tatanka and Lex Luger in the WWF. Tatanka always accused Lex Luthor, you're going to sell out. You're selling out. You're going to join Ted DiBiase. You're a sellout. You sold out. And when it finally came to reveal, when time came to reveal the sellout, it was Tatanka who sold out. The man who always made the accusations. That's how fucking old I am, folks. None of this felt original. None of this felt believable if you want to look at comic book logic in a believable sense. But this issue just felt so fucking silly, it just came off feeling stupid. You have a villain that you can't touch because he has a defense for everything. All he has to do is just say it, literally. And you got this shit going on with the obsessive person about being so scared about there being a traitor, and it turns out she may end up being the traitor. What was this? This title is on thin ice already. I mean, granted, this title has had some hits, but it's definitely had some misses too, and this was certainly a miss. Get a look at that, folks. This issue was bleh at the very best. 2 out of 5. We're going to end this stack with Wonder Woman number 26. Not much to this issue. All this basically was Wonder Woman getting a physical. She's being invited to Edda's brother's wedding and everything. And everything's going all right until a little girl finds something underneath one of the tables at the reception. And Diana looks underneath it, and there's a fucking bomb that just happens to be at 1 second left. Cliffhanger. Go. That's pretty much it. I mean, Fontana and Dolfo, they do a good job with this. Now that Greg Rucka's no longer on this, you definitely feel a change in the writing, but it's still pretty good. It's still very well done. Man, that cliffhanger was pretty something, even though I probably just ruined it for you. A good issue. Good issue nonetheless. I give it a 3.5. Alright, folks. That's it for this review, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't done it already. I want to do a few things. I got a few things in mind for Blugoblin X, so don't give up on that channel. Stay tuned for the next upcoming episode of Blue vs. Gold. I'm going to get to work on that. Don't forget Arkham Asylum Studio. We just did an upload when we opened up blind boxes celebrating Ghostbusters 2. It's one of my favorite videos that we've done for Arkham Asylum Studios because I'm a huge Ghostbusters nerd. I really had fun doing that. I had fun opening all those boxes. I had fun shooting that video. And I watched the whole thing here not too long ago. And it felt really good to sit there and just laugh at myself. It was very fun. Go check out that video. Don't forget my shout-outs, as always, in the description below. Check out Lenora 2003 for the Crazy Crab videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hail Hydra. I'll see y'all later. Take care.